Hello once again. This is your professor, Danny Araneta Cabulay, for the course Entrepreneurial Management. This is specially recorded for my students in San Beda College, Alabang. Let's talk about challenges of Philippine companies. As I mentioned in the first video, it's not easy to do business in the Philippines. So when we talk about ease of doing business, certainly there are challenges. Now, here are some of those challenges. First one, competition. Hindi madaling magnegosyo sa Pilipinas, especially if the business that you chose is a popular one. For example, you want to put up a shawarma kiosk. Yeah, it's micro, but there are just too many shawarma kiosks all over the country, especially in Metro Manila. You want to put up a milk tea business? It's the same thing. They're in every corner. So competition is a major problem. So it's always good to think of a business wherein it is unique, you are the only one offering it in your territory or geographic location, and you have something different to offer the public. Okay? Second challenge is differentiation. What makes your business different from the competitor? So this is like also saying, what is your unique selling proposition? Why should I buy you compared to the competitor? Is it because you have a lower price? Is it you have a special ingredient that's so nice that I love? Is it because your packaging is great? Is it because you deliver and we can order online and other features of your business? Why should I choose you over the competition? That is differentiation. Cost efficiency. So that means you're able to bring down your prices. You're cheaper than the competition. But you see, it's challenging to produce products now or even services because raw materials are skyrocketing. With the energy crisis looming because of the Ukraine-Russia crisis, labor costs, the minimum wage is increasing also, and people are becoming scarce, difficult to locate quality employees, and overhead. Electricity, water bills, internet, they're all going up. That's why the overall cost to produce a product or a service is perpetually increasing. Number four, scarcity of quality employees or specialized or specialist employees. Why? Because they prefer to go abroad. This is what you call brain drain. The brightest Filipinos go abroad. So who's left in the country? The mediocre ones oftentimes. Then there's government bureaucracy and strict regulation. Strict on government, and there's a lot of red tape. Before you even get things done, it will take you days and you will fork out a lot of money. You need to perhaps bribe some people in government, and that's bad. It's illegal to bribe, but that is the kalakaran. That is the system. That's how corrupt many government officials are, particularly in the city hall. When you're getting your business permit or any other kind of permit, that's the whole scenario. It's sad, but that's the reality. We have to do something about that. And globalization. Haven't you noticed there has been an influx of foreign goods and services in the Philippines? Before, Marikina shoes was very, very famous and popular. Nowadays, they're replaced with China-made shoes. A Marikina-made shoes is roughly about 2,000 plus. That's for the men's shoes. But those made in China are roughly about 500 to 600 pesos. It's crazy. So the poor people will prefer China-made products. But those are not that durable. The ones in Marikina remain to be far more durable and the style is better. The quality of the design is better. So, who would say patronize your own, patronize Philippine products? Haven't we heard that all along? But still, the poor people, the masa, would continue to patronize the cheaper ones, those made in China. Or maybe they have this mentality that if it's foreign, if it's imported, it must be quality. If it's local, it's cheap, it's mediocre. Many Filipinos think that way, sadly. Okay? So I tell you, globalization is here. And that's a challenge for the Filipino businessman. And taxation. Well, during the time of Pinoy, there was no new taxes created. And that's good. That's a relief for the people. During the time of Duterte, he started to have more taxes. Of course, he reinvented the whole thing from the regular taxation to the train law. Then he had the create law, and he added more taxes on certain things, excise tax on fuel products. And then now, with the Marcos administration, more taxes are created. So, napakalaking pahirap niyan sa mga tao. And we, the taxpayers, are going to become overburdened again under this new administration. How'd you like to do business? That's why many people are discouraged to do business because of taxes. They'd rather be an employee and just be taxed, fixed rate. Okay? And they don't want to deal with BIR. Okay? If you're a businessman, you have to deal with BIR, whether you like it or not. And finally, economic recession. Yes, because of the pandemic, we are all in an economic recession. Everybody is, going down financially because of, you know, people losing their jobs, businesses closing down, and that's a sign of recession. The prices of commodities are skyrocketing, okay? So, if you really want to go into entrepreneurship, that's the only thing that could save this country. Well, let's look at this in deeper sense. Education. Look at the educational system. How many parents actually encourage their children to become businessmen? Very few. Most parents would encourage their children to study hard so they can become managers. They can become employees. They can be employed in big companies, in high-paying jobs. That is the employment mentality. Parents do not have the entrepreneurship mentality. Sige nga, ilan sa mga magulang nyo nagsasabing, anak, mag-aral kang mabuti para maging negosyante ka balang araw. Very few. Very few. Because the ambition of parents for their children, the dream of every parent for their children is for them to be employed, to go abroad. Okay? So that's the employment route. Sana, parents naman will have a different mindset that they can give a chance for entrepreneurship to flourish. Now, let's look at businesses. Entrepreneurship is the only way we can, drive the economy because entrepreneurship creates jobs. Businesses create jobs. One business created could mean multiple jobs. A small business could have about 10 to 20 employees. A factory, for example, could have hundreds of employees. So a big company, like a hotel, could have thousands of employees. So it is entrepreneurship that will drive the economy upward, not employment. There are only limited jobs in this country because there are only very few enterprises. If there are more enterprises, that would spell more jobs. Look at the 10 million OFWs working abroad. After working for 10 to 20 years overseas, many of them would like to retire in the Philippines and do business perhaps after buying a house and lot and cars for their families, sending their kids to a good school. They would like to put up a business so they will sustain and, bank on the savings that they were able to save, no? That they're able to earn from abroad. Paiikutin nila yung pera nila. So the best way to do that is business. Unfortunately, many of the OFWs, sinusugal nila yung kanilang mga naipon saan? Sa mga scam, financial scams, yung mga get rich quick, double your money schemes. So naloloko sila. But if they put into business, they're gonna help their fellow Filipinos because they're gonna create jobs. And the income could be good if they manage well their businesses. That's why we need to train our OFWs how to become good entrepreneurs. Okay? But you see, lucrative ang pagnenegosyo. And it's very rewarding. But it requires hard work, resilience, creativity, and sacrifice. You see, businesses contribute largely to the economy of this country, to the growth and development of our society. So that's why I am personally advocating entrepreneurship. Now, here's a little story I'd like to tell you. This is a story of somebody from San Beda previously. Her name is Teresita Ngan-Tian. She's a Filipino-Chinese. She has this business concept called Lots of Pizza. Are you familiar with the brand? She is the founder of Lots of Pizza together with her husband, Mr. Ngan-Tian. Tessie is a good friend of mine. She's a certified accountant like me, and she was the finance director of San Beda College prior to 1996. Okay, so they actually built the business Lots of Pizza with her husband in 1996, and until the business was growing, the husband convinced Tessie, sweetheart, please leave your job and help me. Let's grow this business. So that's why they founded Lots of Pizza. So she would focus on her business with the husband. Okay? Initially, they started with a very small capitalization of 250,000 pesos. And these are merely kiosks, no? Small outlets. 25,000 seed money per outlet. And they had 10 outlets. Okay? So she also learned and mastered the art and science of pizza making. And she even invented her own signature sauce, the Lots of Pizza signature sauce. So since then, the company has grown so big that they have many stores, hundreds already, over 200 franchise stores, in which 25% or 50 plus are company owned. That's what the couple owns, no? So the 150 stores are owned by other people. They just pay the couple a franchise fee. Isn't that a great development for an entrepreneur who started only as a finance officer of a school, then she retired, early retirement, and now she's a big businesswoman. Tessie Ngan-Tian and Lots of Pizza has been awarded so many recognition, no, locally. And she is a multi-awarded entrepreneur. No, people recognize her efforts. Pop question number 2. Will you please answer this question in the comment section in YouTube? Do you see yourself having the same determination and making sacrifices like Tessie Ngan-Tian? So the answer there is yes or no. Or maybe, okay? What is your dream business? Can you please tell me what is your dream business? Be very specific. Explain why is this your dream business? Okay? So don't forget to place your answer direct to the point in the comment section below the YouTube video. Okay? Not later than September 6th. So September 6th is the deadline. That's Tuesday to post your answer. So I'll see you in our next video lecture number 3. This is your professor, Danny Cabulay, for video lecture number 2. See you